Hey everybody, hope you're having an awesome day. Hey, coming at you, it's Friday. Thought I'd do the little update of how the week went. How did I do with my weight goals this week? I will be putting in the scale that I stepped on this morning and showing you that here in this next segment, and you can kind of see how I did for the week. Before we get started though, I'd like to welcome anybody that's new to the channel and hasn't been here before. Welcome. Hopefully you'll like what you see. We have a bunch of different things coming up. We've got some product reviews coming up. We've got some cooking coming up. We've got a little bit of content around keto itself and some of the good, the bad, and the ugly. You'll see a little bit of that today as we kick this off. So if this is the kind of stuff that you're looking for, some good general information, some little bit of detail, some great recipes to help you through your journey so that you can be successful at your keto journey or your low carb journey, as well as some product reviews. If you have anything that you'd like to see or questions that you'd like to ask, please don't hesitate to comment down below and let me know. I try to get to all the comments as much as I can. I gotta tell you, there's something weird going on with YouTube lately. For some reason, sometimes people have commented and I click on the comment and it's gone. I don't know why. If your comments, if I don't respond to your comment, just be conscious that there's something going on funky with YouTube. And I know that there's a little app that they used to call TubeBuddy, where you used to be able to go and see all your comments and stuff like that, and it would put them all in one place for you to go through. And now TubeBuddy can't connect with YouTube anymore, so there's something different going on. I'm not sure if that's with the privacy rules and stuff that's going out there, but just kind of let you know that I do try to get to everybody, try to talk to everybody. I do have my email down below, so if you have questions or you have something that you want to cover, don't be afraid to send me an email and ask me. Like helping people. I'm no expert. I'm just some guy on the internet, but I'll give you my advice and give you my 2 cents worth. I have helped a few other people as well, just out of some guidance and some tips and stuff like that, and getting them started in doing keto. I really like doing it. I'm not asking for anything in return. Trying to make the world a better place. Hopefully, give you some tips on how to become healthier, maybe get you off some of the medication that you're on. If you're on medication, if you're type 2 diabetes, if you're like me that were pre-diabetic, maybe you can get away from that and get your health back a little bit. Hopefully you like all that stuff. So, it's a beautiful day here. I'm kind of an optimistic person, so you're going to see I try to stay very positive. Even though there's negative situations in our lives, you got to take the negative with the positives, and you got to take the negatives and turn them into positives, right? So try to do that. Hopefully you like it. We're going to go through what I ate in a day. We're going to go through our macros, a little bit of exercise. I'll show you my carb manager. We'll go through the carb manager. So if you're interested in tracking and seeing what tracking looks like, if you haven't done it or if you want to do it and you're new to keto, this is a great way of doing it, and I'll show you that, and I'll bring it up here in the next segment as well, after the weigh-in segment. We'll kind of start going through that, and we'll talk a little bit about fitness and exercise as well. This has been a kind of weird week for me, so a lot of stuff going on. We had a pretty good heat wave out here. It's kind of not too bad today, but earlier this week on Tuesday and stuff, it was definitely pretty warm. That kind of hampers with exercise as well as sleep patterns and everything else. So, but anyway, hopefully you like it. Hopefully you give it a thumbs up. Hopefully you subscribe. Hit that little bell icon down below. Hit that, thumbs up. So really, really appreciate it. And again, let me know in the comments down below if you have any products you'd like to see reviewed, any of the any recipes or any kind of types of foods that you missed that you really like to see. Let me know. I'm here to try to help you. We have a big list of things that we have going on over the next couple of weeks. So if you want, stick around, subscribe, and don't miss anything. and I think you'll enjoy it. So I think you'll like what we have for you. So, all right. All right. So for anybody that doesn't know, this is a screenshot of Carb Manager. So basically, what Carb Manager is, it tracks your macros. It will have on here your protein, your fats, your calories, the total carbs that you've had for the day so far, and then it will go down a little bit and it will say total carbs, number of left for the day, the number of fiber that you've eaten, and total net carbs. So it will track that. So I have this set up for total carbs because that's the way I'm tracking it right now. I kind of have decided to do a couple months of total carbs to see whether that would help with some of the weight loss, and kind of go through that. So far it's been pretty successful. So you'll see that one, like I say, as we go through the weight, if you saw the weigh-in. I did drop some weight this week. I dropped about 0.8 of a pound, which was good. So the total carbs seems to be working okay for me. So I just kind of wanted to go through this. You'll go through, it will show what I had for breakfast. I have a bulletproof coffee. I actually plug a recipe in here that says morning coffee. That's actually my bulletproof coffee. So that's what that is. And I just have the coffee for breakfast. That's all I had. And then for lunch I had these egg wraps. I had some Swiss cheese. And then I had some turkey breast, so I made a sandwich. And then I had the ratio strawberry yogurt after that. So on this side, over here, it will actually tell you the carbs, the grams, the fat, protein, total calories. So it tells you all of that. I'm actually going to turn this, see if I can get it down. So see if it will turn. That'll be a little better. I don't know. I think it's harder to read that way. We'll go through it, see what you can see. So hold on a second. Let me switch my camera around here and see if I can. All right. So anyway, so this is the way it looked. I haven't eaten dinner yet, so that's the way it looked. And here was yesterday's. So you go through, and you'll see the protein. I was way over on my protein and my fat. So I'm gonna really, you're gonna see that on most days. I really was, because I was eating a lot of meat during the week. So it just kind of naturally puts you over both on your fat and your protein. Generally more on your protein than fat. We'll go through it and see what it had. So you'll see I took a vitamin. That vitamin that I take in the morning was 1 carb. So make sure you're tracking carbs in everything you're taking, because vitamins have carbs. So at least this one does, because it's a plant-based vitamin. My bulletproof coffee. For lunch, I had another one of those egg wraps. I actually had the Egg Life egg wraps. Trying to see if you can see it okay. Zoom in. So I had one of those. I actually had some of the Quest protein chips with it. I had some Baby Bell cows to eat with it. I had a little Primal avocado mayonnaise with it, and some tuna. So that went inside the egg wrap. I had another one of those ratio keto yogurts, and I had an egg as well, 1 large boiled egg. And then for dinner, I had chicken and broccoli. And that's what I had for dinner, and that's how I ended up my day. So, and that was how I went for the day. So it can go down day by day. I don't know whether you want to see everything. Do me a favor in a comment. If you'd like to see everything I've eaten for the week, I'll go through it. Otherwise, I'm just going to show you the macros on the top, just so we can get through it a little quicker. So this will tell me as well, again, you'll see I went way over on my protein. I went way over on my fat on this day. My calories were up higher than I was supposed to, so I was over on my calories. But I really don't count calories. I don't worry about calories. I worry about the carbs, right? So I was at 29 total carbs out of my 30 goal. I had 10 protein, 10 fiber, and 15 of net carbs. Again, you'll see the vitamins in here. I went and actually went with some folks for lunch, and we went out and I had a mushroom Swiss burger on a lettuce wrap. So that's what I ate for lunch. And then for dinner, I had a salad with spinach, avocados, some pecans, and some of the Sprouts balsamic vinaigrette, which is really, really good. If you haven't tried it, good with some feta cheese on top of it. So that was my dinner. You see, I did eat one of the yogurts later, so I've been eating like the yogurt because I'm doing total carbs, so it's 2 total carbs. So rather than having ice cream or something, the ratio yogurt is a good substitute. So I'll just go through it and just show you a little bit. So Tuesday's the same thing. Tuesday I was really low, but I was over again because I was eating more of meat than I was. And on Monday I was way down on my fat, so I was eating more. I think I had some leftover steak or something like that. Whoop, sorry. so you'll see that from the weekends, and then here in the weekend from Sunday, I was over again on my all these 3, but I was under my carbs. So it's pretty easy to stay under your carbs. At least it is for me. If you're eating certain ways, you're eating a lot of the keto stuff that you buy in the store. You got to be really, really careful if you're eating the pre-made stuff. So again, I did go over on Saturday. I went over my total carbs on Saturday. I was at 32. So again, on the weekends, sometimes it's a little harder to track. So it wasn't all totally successful. It kind of gives you some cool information. So you can look at the whole week and how did you do the whole week for carbs. So you can see which days are which. And it'll give you the 7 days and how you did. So this is the whole week and how I did. So this is where I am today. This is the past week. So I went over on Saturday. So this is a really good representation of how I'm doing up and downs. I've had some up and downs. Saturday I was over. Wednesday I was really close to it. Now you saw that I have been over my calories, but yet I lost weight this week. So so my body absorbed and processed the carbs in the fat and the calories, and I still lost 0.8 of a pound this week. So good stuff. Show you this picture of my wife. Show you here is my Fitbit. We'll bring that up and show that. So this is where I am today with my steps. This is where I was with my sleep. So again, this is probably one of my areas that I need to work on the most. So you're gonna see Sunday night I didn't wear my my tracker, so I didn't wear it. Sunday I got a really good score. Tuesday I did really good. Last night I did really good. And Friday night, I should say. So last night I did pretty good. The night before I did pretty good. Not so much on these 2 nights. So so it's just kind of something I need to work on. So it's better for me. So this is one of those areas that I need to watch. So sleep really, really, truly impacts the way you lose weight, and it adds a ton of stress. And when you get stressed, cortisone creeps into your body, causes inflammation, causes weight gain. So so that's kind of, you want to watch that stress. So this is just how I did for the week as far as steps goes. So not too bad considering it's a heat wave and everything's going on. Almost 10,000 steps today. I will go out for a walk here in a little bit. I will go over the 12,000 steps, I'm sure. I did 12,000 yesterday, 11,500 the other day. Tuesday only a little over 8,000. That was the day that was really, really hot here. And then Monday was a little over 10,000 steps. Sunday we did a little over 7,000 steps, almost 8,000 steps. And then Saturday we did a little over 12,000 steps, which is really good for me because generally on the weekends is generally where I'm slacking. So this is all really, really great information to help you as you go through it. I don't use my tracker to do a lot of stuff. I don't track my fitness on here as far as workouts and stuff like that. But this is one of the ways, and this kind of tells you and gives you a score of how you sleep, how much of it was awake, and how much of it you were in the REM stage of it, how much was light, and how much was deep sleep. So it's just kind of an interesting way of tracking it. So I just kind of want to give you a little update. Again, if you're staying stressed, if you're not getting enough sleep, if things are really, really stressing you out, those are the things that are going to really, really affect you in your weight loss journey. So hopefully this kind of gives you an idea. If you actually would like to see me actually enter stuff into Carb Manager, let me know and I'll show you how to do that. Give a quick little lesson on it. I have not. I know everybody else. A lot of people use that Fitness Pal. I have not used that, so I'm not familiar with it. But Carb Manager, I use it all the time. I've been using it for over 3 years now. And it's worked really, really well for me. I will tell you that one of the things that I have found was that when I don't track, I generally find myself sliding backwards a little bit, and I have less control over what I'm eating. Even though I think I know what I'm eating and what I'm not eating, I find that I kind of generally slip back a little bit. And as soon as I start to get to a certain point, I start tracking again. I get right back on track, and then I start losing again, and I start getting right back into shape. I start feeling much better. I lose the inflammation in my body. I do try to eat somewhat healthy, so I try to stay. I'm not going to say. They always use the word clean. I'm not sure that's a really great word for it, but I always try to eat healthy so that so I don't get the inflammation in my body. I'm older. I do have arthritis and other things like that, so it helps with a lot of that activity and makes you feel a lot better and a lot younger. So hopefully you liked it. Like again, there's information that you're looking at. Tracking, eating. You saw that. Like I say, I don't track calories. I worry about my protein, my fat, and my carbs. I do total carbs. I started doing that a month and a half ago. I started doing it just for the fact I wanted to try to drop a couple more pounds. I went to the doctors. He says, hey, it'd be great if you could lose another 10 pounds and get down to 180. And I said, oh, okay, I guess I'm going back into being a little more stricter than I have been, not maintaining anymore. So, but it's all good. I'm enjoying it. Living life large, I guess. I found one of the things I found with doing the total carbs was that there was a lot of things that I was eating in my daily routine or weekly routine that I have to be very, very cautious about with total carbs, such as like Rebel ice cream. I would sit down, I would eat a whole pint of Rebel ice cream because of the fact the whole pint was like 4 or 5 carbs, right? Out of 20 carbs, what's that? I can skip a meal and I can eat a whole pint of ice cream. But what I'm finding with total carbs is that you can't do that because you can't minus the sugar, alcohol, and you can't take out the fibers and all that stuff. So it really makes a big difference in the way you eat. So I find that I'm eating a lot more meats, a lot more vegetables. I do still eat raspberries, strawberries, those type of things. I try to eat some of those every day. I'm still eating nuts, but I'm limiting on what I'm eating for nuts. It really changes the snacks I eat. I used to eat a lot of Carolina Crunch because I like really the Carolina Crunch for breakfasts, and now I'm finding out I can't have it because of the fact it's 11 or 12 carbs for a half a cup of it, something like that. It's really bad. So bread, the keto breads like they sell at Costco, it makes you really think about it because that's like 11 or 12 carbs or something like that. And so 2 slices of bread, it's 2/3 of my carbs for the day. So it may makes you think about what you're eating and the carbs that you're consuming and whether they're good or bad, or whether they have weak gluten in them or some kind of rice starch in them or something like that that's really puts on a lot of the fiber calories, and then the companies are figuring out a way to put a ton of fiber into it so that they can make it keto friendly. But realistically, in total carbs, it doesn't matter what they put into it because it's way over what you're allowed. I know the low balance tortilla chips are like 20 carbs, so that's 2/3 of my carbs for the day. So I'm not gonna have one tortilla shell and have it be 20 carbs, 2/3 of my carbs for the day. It's not worth it. I'm gonna eat a piece of chicken and some vegetables instead, so I'm full and I'm not craving anything else. So, or I'll make a cheese shell that's 0 total carbs. So it makes you rethink some of that stuff. So that's why I'm doing it. I'll probably only do it for a month or two. Then once I get to where I want to be, I'll go back to doing net carbs, and I will continue to track, because then I can have some of those sugar alcohols and those fiber things that I like so much. I just want to get to a weight goal, and once I get to that weight goal, then I can do that net carb to kind of help maintain. I know some other folks that are doing net carb for a month, and then they do total carb for a month, and they kind of go back and forth. So, you know, it's really, you got to find out what works for you and really be successful at it. You may have to try several different things. Don't give up on it if you're not successful. When you're not successful, that's when you ask somebody that's been doing it for a while. You know, feel free to ask me and I'll give you my opinion of it. There's so much out there on the internet, so much out there on Facebook and Instagram, and they're going to give you wrong information, bad information. So just be careful on it and take it all with a grain of salt, because you got to find out what works for you, and you got to do, as I would say they do in Keto Rewind, you have to do it. You have to do you, right? So she's got it right. So, but hopefully you liked it. Thumbs up, please. Subscribe down below. Hit that little bell icon. Like I said, we've got cooking videos coming up. We've got some product reviews coming up. I'll have some information about keto itself in general to help you understand keto better and some of the things you should do. If you have questions, let me know, and we'll bring those topics up as well. I did ask some questions why people find keto hard to do, and I have some responses back for that. I'm going to do a sit-down talk about that as well. Been meaning to do it, and it's just kind of time. It's just hard to do all the videos and editing and everything else, and then plus working full time. And so hey, hopefully you enjoyed it. Enough of me rambling on, because that's what I'm doing right now. So have a great day. You guys are awesome. You know, remember, be positive, think positive, be nice to each other, helping each other, and let's make the world a better place.